Hello, this is Bullet, aka the Passive Aggressive Sherpa. In today's video, we're looking at a boss fight fail, specifically the inverted spire. When this strike first appeared in the beta, I hated it. I thought it was too long, too tedious, and being set back to the beginning of the boss fight if everyone dies was infuriating. You should be sent back to the last checkpoint in the boss fight, not the very beginning. Oh, and I hated failsafe. However, over the course of the week that we had access to the beta, the strike began to grow on me. It's now one of my favorite strikes, and I love failsafe. I mean, like, probably to unhealthy levels. But whether I like the strike or don't like the strike is not what this video is about. It's about how we failed to defeat the boss and got set back to the beginning of the boss fight. It could have been avoided, but I think being over-aggressive is what did us in. A few things to note before we dive in. I don't know the people I was playing with. They're randoms. Their gamer tags are Stoner of Zeta and No Pants Vance 2. Their gamer styles were completely different. Stoner played very aggressively and was always the first one in, first one out. I can respect that. I too don't often fuck around when I play. I shoot at what needs to be shot at, and I skip the rest. However, some people play so fast to the point of being a douche about it. So far, Stoner was playing fast, but I hadn't noticed anything too douchey about his play at first. Let's take a quick look at Stoner leading the way. Here he is, first through the hoops, first one through the door after the next encounter. Now this was real impressive. He had managed to go all the way down the stairs, or down those flights of brick things, the form structure things that you need to jump down, and jumped on his sparrow and made it all the way to the next encounter by the time I had pretty much just got on my sparrow. This part fascinated me. I was the first one through the lift, and as you see, I'm the first one about to land, but by the time I land, he's there and shooting. Impressive. And of course, he's the first one through the next lift, and as you can see here, I'm just jumping down to this first step. He's already on the path to the boss fight. So of course he makes it all the way to the boss fight while we're running, causing us to fade out of the game and then back in at the boss fight. As mentioned already, I was good with this. Aggressive play, fine. He would stop and revive No Pants Vance from time to time. I'm good with that. And then there's No Pants Vance 2, who died a lot. And there's this awesome clip of me being spectacular. We'll talk more about that later. As mentioned, I tend to be the first one in the room. I kind of speed run everything unless I'm trying to complete an odd challenge. So when someone is flying through everything faster than me, this can throw off my game because I'm used to playing rooms a certain way. But that wasn't really the problem here, and I'm sure my speed runs of games have thrown others off their gameplay. You've got to be flexible. It's not always going to go your way. You need to be able to adapt. I'm also not good with Kayla, my hunter. I play her badly. The first two rooms of the boss fight went, for the most part, okay. Maybe Stoner could have spent a little more time working on ads instead of trying to do max damage to the boss, but I get it. He's aggressive. There's a cheese spot that I always try to make sure to fall into for the second room of the boss fight. If I have enough heavy ammo, that room goes by quickly, especially if I have my sniper rifle loaded. It takes like 4 to 6 shots to get him to move on to the final room. Here, I had my rocket launcher, doesn't do as much damage. So we move on to the final room of the boss fight. The problem with the rocket launchers against this boss is that he moves too much. It's too easy to miss shots, and by this point I usually have maybe 1 or 2 rounds of heavy for the final room, so each shot counts. If you miss one, it's a huge waste. I'm slowing it down here because this is where it all goes to shit. Up until this point in the strike, we were doing okay. The boss was taking a lot of damage. It looks like we're going to take him out quickly. I had 1 rocket left entering this room. I've been saving it for a moment when the boss will stand still. But the next spawn of ads is about to happen. I know there's going to be a yellow bar that will drop some power ammo behind me. I figure if I can take him out, get the ammo, I'll have at least 2 rockets against the boss, plus my tether that I've been saving for this very moment. And here's where it all goes to shit. For some unknown reason, Captain Aggressive over here pops a shield right in fucking front of me. For apparently no other reason than to make sure I fucking die. I know this because after laying that huge fucking turd in front of me, he immediately uses his super on the boss. Now I'm pissed off. I hadn't died once to this strike. But that all went to hell. You know, I can take aggressive playing, but what he did there was either idiotic or intentional. One of the things I always preach when playing with friends is situational awareness. When you see someone running around with a fucking rocket launcher, stay behind them. If you run in front of them, you're either stupid or an asshole. Yes, accidents happen. We're not omnipotent. We make mistakes. As I sit there trying to calm myself down, I see that, of course, No Vance Pants dies. But I'm okay with it because most of the ads are gone. All Stoner has to do is chill for a bit, take some cover, and wait for a safe moment to revive us. Or, if no safe moment comes, he can just chill behind a wall and kill time until we can revive ourselves. Nope, not Mr. fucking Aggressive. He runs over to me, with the boss hot on his tail. He has to know this, and he tries to revive me. I know immediately he's going to get killed doing this, because I'm not a total idiot. So, he dies, and you know what this means. We all get returned to the beginning of the boss fight. But even with his massive stupidity, I could accept it. Maybe he didn't mean to pop that shield and get me killed. Maybe in his stoner mind, he honestly thought that with the boss on his tail, he could revive me and not die. I get it. He's got 2 strikes against him in my eyes, but so far it's forgivable. That was until he did one of the worst things you can do in the game. He fucking quits. This fucking asshole just bailed and left us hanging. Thankfully someone else spawned into the game, and though he died once or twice, we kicked the boss's ass. I would much rather play with someone like No Pants Vance, because even though he died a lot, he didn't quit, kept going, unlike Stoner McFucknuts, who took a big ass shit in the room and then just walked away from it. I just had to rant about this. In my eyes, his behavior is just unacceptable. I don't expect the people I play with to be great players. I'm not a great player. I'm aggressive, I play to my tactical advantage, and I'm sure that affects others I play with. But you'll never see me quit, unless the situation has just become futile. But when this asshole left the game, there was no futility. We got sent back to the beginning because Stoner Zitopotamus was playing like a selfish prick. Okay, there's one other exception. He could be like a little kid and his parents are telling him to get offline now. But if that's the case, then his parents are assholes. 1, because they're teaching their kid to quit. 2, because they're obviously using the game as a babysitter. Or they're the selfish pricks because they don't care that they're forcing him to leave a game that's affecting others. And to top it all off, they're letting their kid play with a gamertag Stoner. No matter how you look at it, there's all kinds of heinous fuckery afoot going on in their house. Anyways, thanks for watching. And if you like this video, please give it the thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Unless you're that stoner dude, you can go fuck yourself. Anyways, this has been Bullet, aka the Passive Aggressive Sherpa, aka the Angry Sherpa. And if we could get 2,287 likes on this video, that'd be awesome.
Switching guns. that. Zavala, we're good.
So, Cabal scientists can take a punch, but they're not very smart. I guess they cracked open the planet and that mind came crawling out?
Golden Age computer core, and that's all she came up with? I could have said that.
If you'd like my insight, I filed an after-action report complete with 433 tactical notes. I win